What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of our review. Today we're going to be doing, as you guys know, K-2SO. Welcome my gracious co-host this way, Mario. What's cracking today, brother?
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to do this with you. We got K-2SO today, and yeah, it's gonna be great, bro. That damn intro I've been freaking. It's been stuck in my head all week, man.
Dude, hell yeah. Put a lot of work into it, man. I hope everybody likes it. It's yeah, I think it's sweet, man.
Yeah,
so
that beat is fire.
Yeah, man, it's been it's been fun. It's been fun doing editing and doing all that stuff. And then I thought, you know what, if we're doing this show, let's do it. Let's do it, right? So as you guys can probably tell, you know, we've got the upgraded intro, we got upgraded panel here. We're just ready to roll on this one. So I guess before we start, man, let's take a look at who's here today. So we got Figure Posing Channel. This is actually a time I can get with. Great. Yeah. We wanted to do like a Saturday, you know, right? Just midday. Everybody can probably check it out.
Yeah.
TokuCollectorV. Hey, what's up, gentlemen? Jason's in the house. Let's go. Single Songwriter. Hey, what's up, bud? I missed out on the Rogue One line, so all I can do is enjoy those collectors who have these remarkable figures. Yeah, that's something that we're actually going to be talking about on that. Let's see, we got Jazzy up in here. Yo, I got the damn Rona, so I'm chilling at home, about to catch a string. Dude, I'm with you, man. I'm like recovering right now, or kind of still in it, man. It's
Get better,
yeah,
bro.
we're fighters though, man. Yeah, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Bob Dylan, what's up, buddy? Oh yeah, look, yeah, that intro's sick. Yep, Single Songwriter. Same awesome intro. Toy Panic is a decent store in that region. Oh, okay, for trying to catch up some other ones. Young Obi, hopefully they do this figure again when Andor comes out. Yes, sir. And I had no idea. Oh yeah, he's large, man. So with that said, guys, I'm glad you guys are able to join us today. So I guess we'll get right into it. Actually, he was just starting with Single Songwriter, I guess, right? He's big. He's big, right, Mario?
Yeah, he's actually really, really tall. Going back to who was it? Young Obi. I don't know if actually K-2SO is set to appear in Andor. So
yeah,
I really don't know whether or not they'll re-release it.
Here's the only thing I'm thinking about that is that he is technically an Imperial droid.
Right.
And if you remember in Rogue One, he encounters on multiple occasions in that movie another Imperial droid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he fights one in the streets and, on Jeddah, right? And then in whatever base they were in, I forget, it's been a minute. But you know what I'm saying? Like they're prominent in the Empire. So while he may not be K-2SO, they might
have some other unit.
Just have an Imperial, they'll just call it an Imperial, whatever droid. I don't remember the exact title, but you know what I'm saying? It'll just be a generic title like a Stormtrooper. It's possible. It's possible. So, with that said, he is a beast. I believe he came out, was that September of 2017?
August of 2017. And get this figure retailed for $230, which is crazy. I mean,
crazy
compared to, how figures are priced nowadays. Basically, the new normal is anywhere from $260 to $280 for the new normal. Granted, this figure doesn't really come with much. But still, this is a highly sought after figure right now in the aftermarket, which is going for like insane prices right now from what I remember. I think last I saw was something like around, I think it breached 600 or something like that. Breaches $600 or $700. It's crazy.
Yeah, 600 to 800 is the average for this figure.
It's not worth it, in my opinion, man.
I know. Yeah. Six is, look, here's the thing, and I hate getting aftermarket, but 6 is considered a good deal. You're lucky to get like 550. Like it's it just depends, man. If someone's desperate and they need cash and they just want to get rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the testament to this figure, right?
Sure. It's actually a testament, even more so to the actual Rogue One line itself, because they're all pretty much Grails. They all go for stupid money.
They all are, yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. Even the basic Stormtrooper goes for it's pushing 400, I believe. And it's just a simple trooper. So it's wild.
Simple trooper. And it's insane when you think about things like that, because it's like they have the 2-pack, right? I don't have the 2-pack, And I mean, it's like $1,000
Yeah.
for 2 troopers. I'm like, bro,
yeah, it's insane. I mean, I think that one was like about 4 something or 500, I think, at retail. So, I mean, I just got that one back in August of last year. So, and I actually got a pretty decent deal on it too. So, I got lucky with that one.
dude,
But,
it's
yeah.
I got lucky on mine as well. The collector, hey, just real quick, what's up? 6 Scale and El Professor. Hope everyone's doing great. Hey, thank you very much. What's going on with you? Hope you're doing great as well. Yeah, it's insane. Like you said, every Rogue One figure is like Grail status at this point.
It's basically a Grail.
Yeah.
So we're looking at MMS 406 K-2SO. There's a quick look at the box. Y'all see me spinning it. I've already taken the liberty of unboxing the figure itself and setting it up, but just to show you some of the details of the box, here's the actual card art that it came with, if anybody was curious. There's that. And to reveal the actual clamshell, there it is. It's just basic. This thing comes with next to nothing. All we get was like a pistol, a grenade, some of the antenna that comes with, a base, batteries. That's it. No extra set of hands. No extra set of hands, as the fingers are actually articulated. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it right now.
Yeah, it's absolutely great. That's one of the things we were going to talk about, was that he comes with he doesn't come with anything. He doesn't come with anything. And that's okay. And you bring up a good point as well, Mario, that he doesn't have hands to switch out, but it's also because how the body's engineered, as we'll get into. But the fact that all the fingers are posable, it works. You don't need other hands. So definitely lacking in stuff, though. I'll give it that.
Taking a closer look at some of the accessories. Here's basically the grenade that it comes with. I think this is the same one that they use on the Death Trooper.
Yeah, it is.
So it's basically the same one. Also, this pistol, same one that we saw with Jin the last time. Let's see if I can try to catch it in the light a little bit. It's kind of difficult. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, it's the same that Imperial Jin has.
Basically came with, yeah. And it's also got this card for the base, which is pretty cool, Anthony. We were talking about this earlier, and I went ahead and kept the plastic on mine because I really don't like to use those, and I know these things can get scratched up, pretty easily. But it's a shame that I'm not really going to display this. But I thought, we were talking about the idea of possibly, I don't know, finding like some sort of portfolio or something like that, like old trading cards back in the day.
Yes,
because that's something like that. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, dude, that is like one of the excuse me, that's one of the cool things about the Rogue One line, is that they all came with those card bases with their portraits. I love them, and I thought that as well. Like normally, like I said, I wasn't using stands, and then I decided, okay, when I set everything up, I'm gonna bust out all the stands. I just had to use the cards. I was like, these are unique. They don't do them very often, so might as well go ahead and display them for me. Real quick, let me just check chat again real quick. TokuCollectorV saying, imagine if 3-0 made this droid in full diecast. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It'd probably be really expensive. Single Songwriter says, I'm going out on a limb here, but we will see the K-2SO model in Andor, but in a more combat-ready sense. Possibly. What's up, fellas? Yeah. Jason, how you doing, bud? Star Wars OT 6 Scale UK. Happy Star Wars Saturday all from the UK.
Hey,
thank you very much, Saturday, bud. Happy Saturday. 808 Michigan. Jedi, what's up, buddy? Aloha. Good morning to you guys. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, buddy.
Hope everything's well with you. Tomboy AJ, nice droid. Yes, sir. He's a very good droid. I absolutely, it's just well, we'll get into him. But even though Return of the Jedi, Stormtroopers with LED wall are both selling between. I know, right? It's kind of crazy.
Are they really? Damn, that's insane.
Yeah.
Those sat for a little bit too, from what I remember. They pretty much sat on the shelf for a while, and man, I can't. That's so difficult to wrap my mind around, that these basic troopers are going for that much money. It's crazy.
It's absolutely insane. Side Dream, what's up, guys? Hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in with us today. We appreciate that very much. Like I said, we're really wanting to get through all the Rogue Ones, and I figured, you know, last week you guys voted that this week's episode would be K-2SO, so here we are. And we'll get into it a little bit later, and we'll vote for what's the next one's going to be. And but yeah, I mean, we can kind of look into them. You know, let me go ahead and actually, I don't know where I put my remote here.
So when this figure was first solicited, I was always curious as to how, because he's really tall. He's got some long legs, right? So I was curious how he would stand up. And it was a big surprise when it actually came out that it was noted, this thing has die-cast legs. And it holds itself up just perfectly, even without this stand. It's awesome. So basically the legs here are die-cast. Everything else is basically plastic. The arms, the chest, the head, the torso area is all plastic. But yeah, the paint apps on here, it transferred, in my opinion, it looks great. It's a little bit on the dark side. No pun intended.
A little bit. I know, right? a little bit.
The details look great. I love the little weathered emblem for the Empire logo that's on the shoulders. Oh, it's not in crisp, clean condition. It's like it has a little weathering to it, so that's cool. It's got some scuffs a bit up on the chest. There's more scuffs on the shoulder, around the waist area. That's why it's like picture like an Iron Man, the same thing. Those same little scuffs that are pretty much subtle throughout the entire figure. It's also present in this figure as well. What's also unique about this figure is, or actually the stand that it came with, it's I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's a little bit of a larger type of crotch grabber. So it goes all the way up, where it needs to go, and it does support it pretty well. So this was a little bit of a different design.
Yeah, it's definitely wider just to accommodate the size of the figure.
Absolutely.
Just so I can chime in here, Jazzy's wondering, is this a pose off show or what? It's actually, we've hybridized the situation here where Mario and I have all these old figures, so we had decided that we're going to review them as if we are unboxing and reviewing them together, so you guys can get two opinions of two collectors that have had them for a while, and we'll go ahead and explain, like what we're doing right now, like when he came out, what he has. We'll go over articulation, and then and we also will do some poses. So just kind of a nice hybridization, that, and also doing it live so that everybody can tune in and kind of discuss their opinions with it. For example, with TokuCollectorV, he's wondering, does the droid have ratcheted joints to help him stand? Absolutely. We're going to get into that, I guess, right now.
Let's go for it.
And but real quick, and Jason says K-2SO didn't even need the stand base of engineering that went with him. Very well done figure. Absolutely. And Jason's another fellow K-2SO owner.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
yes, sir.
So he knows firsthand.
Yeah, he knows firsthand. Yep.
Yeah, Took, actually, this thing, they are ratcheted.
Yep.
If I can get a little.
Now, if you'd like,
they're actually really stiff.
Yeah, they're really stiff.
Even the ankles themselves are actually ratcheted, which is pretty cool too.
Now, if you'd like, I can full screen you so you can kind of get an idea there.
So let's see. So the ankles are on ratchets, which is pretty cool. The knees here, let me back this out the way, are also on ratchets. They're really stiff too.
They're really tight.
That's it's nice and all, but doggone, it kind of the upper hip area on mine, it feels like a little not loose, but I mean more loose than I'd like. It's not as tight, as the
and I can notice that from you right here, because if we look at mine, I don't have that. Like, this is his regular looseness. And then as you see me stopping, I'm not stopping. The figure's stopping. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Now there's resistance. Now I'm sure I can start bending it, but my point is there's a little bit of natural looseness right out the gate. But Mario's right. I mean, these the joints are very tight. Like they're not your typical where you feel like you actually have to put a little bit of elbow grease into that. You see what I'm saying? Just to get that turned there. So I mean, they're very, very tight. They can get loose over time, though. That's one of the things I wanted to Hope I dropped his
Yeah.
blaster. One of the things to mention is you want to be careful with this guy because he's not. You got to understand this is not a regular body, like not a regular
Right.
like not even Hot Toys, just a body in general. It's not a body. Like this is all built, different. It's all from scratch. They're all different parts. It's not like a regular, you can strip down a Hot Toys figure and you typically got similar, under, normal bodies. This is all very, very unique. So the engineering in itself is really good in my opinion, but you do want to be careful with him because he's very, like I said, these legs are very thin, but they're heavy. Absolutely. They hold. Look, this is what we were talking about earlier. Like if Hot Toys made a General Grievous, and the reason a lot of people mention that stuff is because they see what they did with a K-2SO. So, you know what I'm saying? In that respect, it is a feat of engineering on their part, but it is somewhat fragile.
As we mentioned earlier, the fingers are articulated, so here's a little example of that. So each knuckle does articulate. You've got a joint here at the wrist that swivel. You got a little swivel here. Again, finger articulation. The elbow joint is kind of, like right here. You see, look at that, starting to loosen up actually. So we were talking about this earlier. If you do have this, you might want to be mindful of that because the elbow joints will actually loosen up over time, and it's actually doing that on mine. So when I tighten it, when I raise it, it's fine, but lowering it, I can feel it like kind of a little bit, just getting a little bit loose.
Kind of like it's kind of like a little limp, sort of, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're
the shoulders move up and down a little bit, so there's a little movement there. You got some little bit of a butterfly here. The neck is extremely thin, so be careful with that. I'll rotate the head, rotates from the top. It's also got a light up feature. Actually, I went ahead and took the time to install the batteries on this guy.
Yeah, let me go ahead and pull you a full screen on that because it's interesting how his head is, and we can go ahead and show you that right now.
So you're basically gonna remove the top part right here. It's split right here. If you look on the side, so how it splits right here. So you just pull it off, and there's a battery compartment in here. You just hit the switch. It's a little switch over like that. There's the bulb. You slap the head back on, and here he is lit up.
It's very cool.
It actually brings it to life.
It really brings it to life.
So it would have been nice, I think, if the eyes were maybe painted white in a sense, so we actually don't have to really depend on the lights because these, one thing about these batteries that Hot Toys gives us, they die. They die extremely. They do not last long. So we're only good. I mean, as you can probably see, these things, it's already dimming.
Yeah, bring him in a little. Yeah, he's already starting to dim.
Yeah, so that's a bit unfortunate.
You're right, though. It does absolutely bring it to life, and it only takes 3 batteries of, the Hot Toy batteries. So with that in mind, I was really thinking about picking up maybe one of those soap reactors or fusion reactor. You know what I'm saying? And just because that is not bad because of the positioning of the batteries and the way this guy's built. Like if I get him on a display, in my display cabinet, I can just kind of hide the wire right around the backside and then have him plugged in and just turned on all the time. Because you're 100% right with that. It brings this figure to life, man. When those eyes are lit up, it's amazing. And like you said, it's unfortunate because the batteries are crap. They'll die so quick. So you can't really get to take advantage of the figure, in my opinion.
Can you imagine if they perfected some sort of either touchless light up functions or actually touch-based light up functions, excuse me, rather than installing batteries, just basically have everything wired up. I saw Justin kind of show something off to that effect with an Iron Man Mark 85. I guess there's some company out there that's actually doing that. They're internally wiring the entire figure, and there's a touch sensitive area somewhere on the chest where you just tap the chest and the whole thing lights up. It's insane,
dude. It's wild.
There's no reason why Hot Toys cannot do that also.
Well, production, they're just the production costs. If they want to, they're gonna if
True.
they end up doing
Yeah.
stuff like that, it's gonna cost us even more money. Unfortunately, I mean, I think it's really cool, but in fact, I actually have I have a custom Thor Ragnarok head sculpt, and it does take batteries like regular hot toy batteries, but it is touch based, which I found interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. So if I walk up to that Thor and I just tap his head, he lights up.
That's sick. I love that. I can so appreciate that, man.
Real quick, just to address the chat again here. Young Obi is wondering, is this item top heavy? I would say yes and no. And I know that's a little vague.
Yeah.
But yeah, because the way they engineered him, I mean, you can get him again, you don't need to have him on the stand. I would recommend it just because he's a pricey figure and he's not like fragile, but he's limp, you know what I mean? He's you don't want to drop him. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah. Like I don't mind dropping a regular hot toy figure. I'm like, oh, okay, I dropped it, it's okay. If I drop K-2SO, I'm gonna freak out, because he's got like all his fingers are articulated and they're very thin. Okay, they're not very thick in that respect. I'm sure you guys know with other ones that have like articulated fingers and just the way, like I feel like it might snap. It's not like super fragile, but you want to be careful with him. He can stand though without it. He's heavy, but the legs really reinforce it. And to answer earlier, I know I had seen Single Songwriter ask if the joints are die cast, and yeah, they are. So he has mixed die cast throughout him. So he is very sturdy. It's just he's fragile, and let's face it, at this point in time, he's very expensive. So you want to, you know what I'm saying? If even if you got him at retail or got him at a good price, he's still very expensive now. So it's like you don't want to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to drop this guy.
There's a little bit of a pose.
Yeah.
Just,
let me bring you in here.
Arm extended with the pistol out. It might be a little too high, actually. Maybe lower it a little bit.
Maybe a little. Not too bad.
About right here.
Yeah. Jason says, Mario, I found that the batteries that the Hot Toys gives are very cheap. If you go to a big box like Home Depot or Lowe's, on the battery wall cap stand, you can get the same cell batteries from a full cell. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they probably are really
Jason.
cheapy batteries.
Yeah.
In comparison. Or just do a better job of the electrical system. Lots of companies do it where you touch a part of the chest, and those companies do it for cheaper. Yeah, that's definitely something that Hot Toys is going to have to, I think, start integrating as we are evolving. Because like you guys are saying in chat, there are other companies that are doing these. And we're starting to notice at least some of that with Hot Toys, where a couple of their newer Iron Mans are now USB powered, which is a welcome change.
That is long overdue.
Long overdue. By Art Made It, both the Ragnarok and Infinity War versions of that Thor sculpt with LED eyes are touch activated. Okay, good to know, Bob, because I did order it, and and the funny thing is I ordered it like a year ago, and I've totally forgot about it. And then a couple months ago, I got a package in the mail. I was like, what the hell? I wasn't expecting anything. And I opened it up, and I was like, oh, it's that Thor the Thor head. I totally forgot about it.
Bringing in Jen Urso for a little bit of a size comparison here. Just so this guy is tall, man. I mean, you can, here's an idea of the actual height for K2 compared to Jen. She's also a bit on the shorter side as well. But still, these this is actually my first time displaying these two together, and shit, they look good.
I told you, they look good.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna put this in the Maji case, and it's nice that I can actually have this pose in the Maji case without having it kind of crouched down to compensate for the height, like in a Detolf, and because I remember when I had that in there, I had to like crouch the legs a little bit. Because I display my fingers on the stand, so I got to make a little bit of room, which sucks, but yeah, this is nice. I'm feeling this. This is nice.
Yeah, I don't know what is he like. 17 inches maybe. I don't. We should have looked that up. But he's tall. He is very, very tall.
Let's see.
Oh, there you go. Let's check it out.
Well, let me see. I got so much shit in the way right now. Hang on. So measuring from here.
Yeah, Jason's saying that he's going on the secondary market for around 600 right now.
Yeah, he's roughly 15 inches tall.
Yeah, he's pretty big. It's pretty big. Bloodsport, what's up, man? Glad to have you aboard today.
Eminem, Mafia, and Mario.
Hell yeah! Oh, hey, there's the title right there.
There you go, right?
Whoa, that's a big droid. Yeah, Tomboy. Yeah, he's a big one. He's a big one. Who knows? Maybe X06 will make a light up transporter pad. Yeah. Stay tuned on the X06 news. We got a lot coming. Every time I see these two together, it makes me want to build a diorama for them. That's how good they are.
I don't blame you, single songwriter. These two figures are phenomenal.
They absolutely are. Yep, 600. Yeah, and that's on a good end. I'm going to have to catch this one on replay, but wanted to say what's up, Mafia and Mario. Hey, 16Fix, appreciate it. Appreciate you coming in and saying hi.
Everybody, check out Marco's channel, man. I mean, he's doing a show with his wife Gigi, and they are awesome. I love listening to them go back and forth regarding what Marcos wants to pick up, for his hot toys, and she's always telling him no. They have such great chemistry on there and great back and forth banter. It's freaking awesome. Go check out their channel, 16Fix, man.
Yep, 16Fix, guys. Get some subs on there. Yep, good content over there. It is. I know we were talking about that yesterday, actually. But no, not a problem, bud. You can come catch us on the replay, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Absolutely, Marco. But yeah, no, these are great.
Yeah, together, like Single Songwriter was saying. Go ahead,
just such a shame with the batteries.
I know.
It's already a pain in the ass to install them, and then for them just to last like 2 minutes, I'm like, come on. It sucks, dude. It's a bit pain in the ass. I mean, I haven't tested any of my any of the Iron Man figures I have either. Especially something like the Mark 46 or the Mark 85. I do not want to go through the hassle of installing all those damn batteries just for it to last like 2 minutes before they die out. That's just, dude, no, thank you.
It took me like an hour to install batteries in an Iron Man. And I was like, never again. Bro. I'm good.
And it's such a pain because you put one in and then, or if you put two of them in, or three of them in rather, then one of them pops out. And you have to like see where they
go flying. And I'm like, I get so frustrated. And
yeah, it's insane, man. It freaking sucks. But
yeah, and nobody wants to deal with that.
Absolutely not. I'm looking forward to the Mark 1 just because it actually has a USB function, which is nice. I really, really appreciate that. So we'll see how that works out.
Well, yeah, and like you said, that's long overdue.
Yeah,
like we need USB. We need USB. Now I'm trying to do a little pose here, but we'll have to see how this goes. Yeah, thanks, Anthony, and to you, Bob Dylan. Have a great show, guys. Thank you very much. Young Obi, how do you compare this to the newer IG-11? Details, mechanics, has there been much change in quality? That's a good question. I think we both have IG-11, correct?
We do, yeah. I think the IG-11 is next level with the details, to be honest. I think there's a lot more paint apps from what I see on that figure, just because the nature of that droid, being out as a bounty hunter, you're gonna have a lot more wear and oil stains and stuff like that. So that I really like that figure. That figure is detailed to the nines, and I believe there was a little bit of a die cast in the legs on that one as well. So they took note from this K-2SO and applied it to that IG-11. So they're both phenomenal. They're both insanely great, I think. But as far as detail wise and updated technology, I mean, IG-11 is a newer figure, so you're going to get the updated benefits from that figure. But still doesn't take away anything, in my opinion, from this K2. I mean, considering the basic design of these type of Imperial droids, they still did a fantastic job on the piece.
I agree. And IG-11's great because, his torso is so unique as well, in the respect that he could just turn forever. You know, and the way his joints are. I mean, he's dope, man. I'm not gonna lie. And I think maybe IG-11 he'll definitely go up in price. I mean, he's still available, but
yeah,
Hot Toys is not known for making a lot of droids.
The actual engineering that went into the IG-11 it's outstanding. I mean, because it moves. There's so many moving parts that's disguised and hidden, so you really don't notice it. You know, like to me, it's all. I mean, pretty much seamless. It all blends together. So you find out that this certain part moves when it looks like it probably shouldn't, or you have no idea that it moves just because how well everything is basically hidden.
Right.
You know, so yeah, they did a great job on the IG-11.
TokuCollectorV says, Mario, your zeal for the Godfather figure is making me get one, probably the new version.
Took, do not sleep on that figure, bro. That is my figure of the year, hands down, for 2021. Yeah, even for the newer version, I think it's cool that they're doing that. The Golden Years Heart Attack version of Vito Corleone. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I actually have that one in pre-order, but to me, this one that I have right here with a traditional tuxedo suit and the chair, all the accessories at the table, the phone, the candle, the Remy Martin it comes with, it's a grail piece in my opinion, and I'm so glad that they did it. I absolutely love it. I'm in love with this damn figure.
Absolutely, he looks amazing, and I was amazed you were able to pull that pose off with him.
Dude, I didn't think it was possible. I was sweating bullets, man. trying to get him to sit down,
trying to get it going. Yeah,
right. I mean, because you have to move him in all sorts of different ways. I mean, making sure, because there's also like a bit of a fat suit underneath, and it's hard to pull that off. But to get the leg to extend that much higher to where he can put his leg up on his other leg is, wow. I couldn't believe I pulled it off. It's crazy.
Well, he looks fantastic that way. That's like the forever pose now.
Yeah, it ain't getting
right?
touched. It absolutely is forever pose.
Hell yeah.
Cuervo.
Hey, Cuervo, what's up? What's up, guys?
What's up,
how you doing, man? How are you doing today? Bloodsport, Mario is an old school collector. I see the OG Boba Fett figure from Hot Toys. How do you compare that to the newer figures like Mando or the new Boba Fett's?
Yeah, I was collecting when Hot Toys first got the license for Star Wars, so I jumped in all of them. Compared to the Mando, they're not that much different, if I'm honest. They're very, very similar as far as the bodies, the undersuit with the jumpsuit, the way they move with articulation. They're both pretty much the same, in my opinion. So I have the Mando Deluxe with the child. I've got the Durasteel Mando, the Beskar one, and yeah, compared to the Boba Fett, they're very, very similar.
Yeah, not too much different. I would agree. Right. Which is not a bad thing. Oftentimes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right.
So what they're doing is good.
Yeah, I don't see how they can actually improve on it. To be honest, I think what they pretty much nailed, what needs to be done with that figure. So.
Now, what I'm trying to do here is trying to recreate that scene as best as I can. Maybe I can just solo myself really quick.
Yeah,
where she's handing him the blaster, if you guys remember that. During like the third act there, while they're in the Imperial Command area. Because again, these figures need to be they need to be posed together, in my opinion. And it's just so cool when you can go ahead and kind of recreate scenes,
yeah,
as best as you can. You know what? I have my GoPro camera here. Actually, this may take a second for it to click over, but just to give you just a different angle to kind of hear. And I'm kind of in the way here, but
Nah, no, you're not. We don't want to see your beautiful mug, dude.
I know. I'm here hidden behind these guys.
You actually compliment this whole getup right here, bro. So
I know? Don't you move? Well, thank you very much. I won't move. But that is kind of what I was trying to go for there. And I love doing things like that. I think that's why we fall in love with Hot Toys. It's one thing to go ahead and just have them set up in regular poses or museum poses, but when you can kind of, recreate certain scenes, I think that's what it's all about for me.
Yeah. Corvo reminds me that he got the Han and Chewie 2-pack, or not 2-pack, but he got them individually. He scored. He got an amazing deal, man. Him and I were chatting, behind the scenes, and just going over some pros and cons with the set, some stuff to look out for. And yeah, he got an amazing deal. He loves them, and yeah, congrats on the pickup, bro. I'm happy that you got him, dude.
Hell yeah.
Just have fun with them and be careful, man. It's
Grails, man. Set. Grails. Andre says the Godfather's my figure of the year, hands down. He displays so well.
Yep. 100%, man.
About Futures up in the house. How you doing, bro? Hey, how are you doing, man? I'm doing good, man. I'm doing better. Thank you for asking, man. It's just been a little bit of a rough ride this week, but otherwise it's been going good. Those are sick poses, guys. Thank you very much. Man. We are definitely trying our best to try to showcase what you can do, or maybe what you shouldn't do with him. If not for K-2SO, Leia would have never got the Death Star plans.
True.
That is true.
That is true. Fact.
100%. Great figure. I see why it is so highly regarded. I only collect original trilogy and Book of Boba Fett now. Early shout for the next review. Jedi Stormtrooper 2-pack. Great show, guys. Yes, I don't have them, but doesn't mean we won't do it, because Mario does.
I have them.
Yeah. Mario does. Mario does.
We can always set something up.
Seeing the pose better, thanks for the angle view. Yeah, we're trying to showcase the best we can, because especially with K-2SO, like Mario was saying, he's dark, and I mean
yeah,
I think he looks okay right now on camera, but he's still a very dark figure. So trying to get different angle, different light to show you guys is what we're trying to do, just so everybody can kind of see it in a better, a different perspective.
Let's see if I can bring my camera a little bit closer. Give me a quick second.
Yeah, guys, I love mine. Nice to see others pose them. Like, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm glad. I'm glad we have another brother out there who has a K-2SO. I said, not many people grabbed him, man. Not many people grabbed him. Andy H, 1971. Good evening from the UK, gents. A great chilled stream. Boba and Tusken coming next week. Well, thank you very much, Andy. We do try to have a chill. Just kind of relax, talk about the figures, showcase the details, and just get to chat with everybody. And congrats on the Boba and Tusken. I cannot wait for those figures.
I'm still absolutely by Tusken as well.
Chikathri real quick says, I think I'm shifting from collecting IPs to collecting high quality gems, regardless where they are from, like the Godfather. Yep. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yep,
that's an expensive way to go. If you're backtracking.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you're backtracking, but if you got a chance to get something like that at retail that's outside of the top franchises, then by all means, I would highly recommend doing it. Especially if it's a figure that you really love, from an IP that you really love as well. Keep talking about the Godfather, man. I cannot stress enough. Don't sleep on that figure.
Absolutely,
so that's gonna be an absolute grail when that one sells out.
Andre was asking or saying, I would love to see you guys show some love to the Terminator figures sometime. These posing reviews are great. Thank you very much for that. I don't have any Terminators. I think Mario does, though, so we can definitely go in there.
Right there.
He's right there.
T800.
We can definitely do it.
Full disclosure, it's starting to flake. The jacket is starting to flake and peel a little bit, so I don't know if I want to handle it anymore, to be honest, but I'll think about it.
I will say this, since you did bring that up, Andre, on the 22nd of this month, so not next Saturday, but the following Saturday, we're going to have I'm going to call it a mid-season something or other there. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Well, halfway through here, we're going to have Brother Cousins up in here. And now I don't have it myself, but Mario and Brother Cousins both have the 1966 Batman and Robin. So 2 weeks from today, we're going to go ahead and review those. We thought that was a nice opportunity to just kind of come in and showcase those, and I think it'll be great. I think that will be great, and then we'll continue with our regularly scheduled program of Rogue One.
That set is another set that's highly sought after these days as well, and I love to see it. I'm a big fan of the 66 line in general, and it's such a shame that they never got to finish it, man.
I know.
And when they showed off the Batmobile at SDCC, I was just so excited for that damn vehicle to come out, man, and it never happened. But thankfully, Jazz Inc. is doing something, and I may or may not have that on pre-order. We'll just have to wait and see.
I know, yeah, that Jazz Inc. Batmobile is fire, dude.
Yeah, man, insane.
Fire, dude. We got Terminator Landlord scene. I absolutely love it. To Catherine, I'm loving these retro reviews. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys are into this. If there's other stuff, because we are doing our Star Wars line, like I said, we're going through Rogue One, and then we're gonna go through the New Hope line. If there's other figures out there that we have and you guys would like to see us, let us know either in the chat or drop a comment on the videos, or of course, hit us up on our social media, and we'll do what we can on those, because I think it's fun. It's fun for us to do just chill reviews, and there's not a lot of reviews for a lot of the older figures.
Exactly.
Young Obi was also wondering, do you think with the new series from different franchises coming through, we will miss out on these great side characters going forward? That is a great topic, actually, because when you think about that, oftentimes like some of the older series of Hot Toys, there's a lot of figures from that particular line. Rogue One being an example, Captain America, I think Winter Soldier even had a lot of figures. And now with all these new shows coming, and it's just they're being bombarded, we're oftentimes seeing we're just getting a couple of figures per line for whatever that movie or show is. So that's definitely something to think about, because they're not going to obviously make as many figures on one particular line if they have so many more to go. So we may end up missing out on certain things. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's just what sucks is that you never really know as far as like what's going to be scarce, what's going to take off, and you'll never know whether or not they'll actually revisit some of these side characters again as well. So a lot of the issues that we've seen, they're basically big A-list type of characters. So chances of getting a sort of a C-list character are reissued is kind of slim. Not to mean it can't happen, but I just don't really seeing it happen. So yeah.
Hey, just, what?
Just collect what you can, collect what you like, when you can, if you can, and yeah, just enjoy it, man. Just enjoy everything you've got.
For some reason, my lights are freaking out behind me. So I'm gonna fix those in just a second.
Look at that.
Yeah, they're like on a flash right now. I need to find my remote for those spotlights, but I'll get up here in just one sec. Well, actually, Mario, why don't I'll go ahead and do that really quick, and then we'll get to chat. But why don't you go ahead and maybe you have some insight on that?
I wonder if this figure will fit inside a Jazz Inc. diorama coming soon. As far as this case, which diorama are you actually talking about? I honestly don't know. The only ones that I know that he's doing again is just the the Falcon lobby along with the Vader chamber. He did do the Tandy 4 hallway, so I don't know if he's actually doing any Imperial type of other Imperial setup. Unless you're talking about the one that he originally did, like one of the first ones that he did. From the Death Star, and yeah, these figures should fit in there, no problem. That was quite a large diorama piece, and where you can fit like a ton of figures in there as well. Local Lou's in the chat. What's going on, man? Good to see you, bro.
Hey, Local Lou, what's up?
Corval's asking if anyone out there getting a So-So Toys Herman and who? Rorschach? I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, Rorschach from The Watchmen.
No.
I'll be just real quick. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Yeah, actually. Single sign writer says it's a sign at Cisco Mafia. Those figures want to be seen. Yeah, right. It's just flashing back and forth like, hey man, we want attention too, right? Yeah, that's crazy. Local Lou says most of the jazzing stuff will fit in a detolf, but its true scale won't. Yeah. Yeah, and I appreciate that he does that. It's nice that he looks out for the collectors that have the majority of the collectors that have detolfs, because there's a lot of them out there, and it's nice that he keeps those type of collectors in mind. What else we got going on in the chat? The Death Star diorama. Sorry, thank you guys. Is he doing a new one, or is that the same one that I just talked about? Say Dream, let me know.
Yeah, my apologies. I couldn't find the remote, so I got to get fix those lights. Yeah, Local Lou, what's up, bud? What's popping, bro? Thanks for swinging in, buddy. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with the chat on there. Did you just address Jason? My apologies.
No, I did not. Jason's asking if we ever picked up the white Boba Fett from Sideshow. No, I didn't.
No, I did not either.
It's just Sideshow's bodies at that time were just like all kinds of loose. They weren't very good. They don't hold up well. I did have the Boba Fett Scum and Villainy version, and that was a phenomenal figure, to be honest. And but at the time when the white Boba Fett was available, the white prototype, I just honestly wasn't interested. I would like it now, to tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really kicking myself, over the fact that I missed it. I mean, knowing Sideshow, there's a high possibility that they'll probably reissue it again too, later down the line. So.
Oh yeah, Sideshow's the king of reissues with their stuff. You know what I mean? Local Lou is saying most of Jazz Inc. stuff will fit in a DTOF, but if it's true scale, it will not.
Yeah,
that is very true.
Yeah,
that is very true. Okay, and he was actually referring to the Death Star diorama.
Death Star diorama, yeah.
Okay. Cuervo, how about the Porcelain Trooper? You guys review it if you have it. I did not pick that up. I'm not gonna lie.
No. I never picked that up. That one was so out of left field, man. It's like no, that was an easy pass for me. But the completionist in me wants to go back and get it. But the practical collectors tell me no, don't be picking up that shit.
Yeah, it just looks like something my grandmother would have on her shelf.
That's what everybody said. So it belongs to the China cabinet, right?
Yeah,
with all the fine china.
So for me anyway, yeah. Collector number 1. Finally, my Captain Rex shipped from Sideshow. I'm super stoked.
Hey, congratulations, man! That's an awesome figure.
And Rex is one of the top for last year.
Like I got my Rex from Sideshow a while ago, and I understand that they ship these in batches, but doggone, it's crazy that these are shipping so late.
I know. I don't know if they just got limited early batches and now this is like their second batch, It's I don't know. It's just Sideshow beans, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not really sure the rhyme or reason behind that. Andy H real quick said I bought the ultimate side character a couple months back, the Space Trooper, on screen for 5 seconds. Absolutely.
And you could barely even see him in the shot. You don't even know what's there. Did you see a couple of troopers outside? You have no idea as far as like the details that are in there, the backpack that they have. And yeah, Andy, that's I have that figure as well, man. So congratulations on that pickup. It really is one of the most ultimate side characters in that
and he's cool looking too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just and that's what sucks. Like when you are a collector in that respect, like you were saying, like the collector in you wants to go back and kind of get that Porcelain Trooper, even though it's like totally outside of you know what I mean, what you would like. But because as a collector, you're like, oh, and that's the same thing with that Trooper, in my opinion. I definitely would like to pick that up, but some of them, like as we're looking at even right now, I mean, some of these they're just so expensive.
Yeah, not really worth a lot of times going back to go back and collect some of those Grails. I mean, given the prices they're going for nowadays, but always keep your ears to the ground, because you never know what kind of deal you'll come across. I mean, Cuervo got himself an insanely great deal, in my opinion, with the Han Solo and Chewbacca set. So there are deals out there to be had.
Yeah, I mean, again, and you never know. Like, there are some people out there that, you know, maybe they're done. You know, they're like, all right, I'm out.
Mhm.
I'm out of the collecting game, and they're selling their stuff off. There are others who, you know, maybe they have an emergency, or you know, they need to just offload quickly, and they are willing to, you know, cut down on those aftermarket costs, because let's face it, you know, when something's listed, you know, let's say $600 all the time, and you want to just, you're like, you know what, I got to get some money right now, and they put it out for like $5 or something, or $450, just because they know someone's going to bite on that. So there are opportunities out there. I see them all the time. I've partaken in some of them. It's just, you got to keep your ears to the ground, and, you know, check forums, check groups.
Yeah, 100%. Jason is mentioning too that the Mythos Boba is dope, but the body is just eh. Dude, I wanted to get that figure because I love the idea of the Mythos line, especially the statues. I really like that line a lot. And I was interested in picking up some of the 6 scale pieces, or at least the Boba and Obi-Wan. But again, if the bodies are just, you know, the bodies are shit, man. Yeah. What's the point? So
agreed. Because you're gonna you're gonna swap the body out.
Exactly. I personally don't want to do that, but you know, to each their own. Jason's also saying if you wanted to pick up those troopers, I say the gold and porcelain are the best ones. Are far best than the copper one. The copper one is meh. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. I do like the gold one, man. I worry about the getting fingerprints all over that thing.
But I know, right?
There's just something about gold that it stands out. I saw somebody post in one of the groups with the new Wonder Woman 84 golden armor along with the Midas Iron Man. And I gotta say, those two look tempting to put together, man. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Even though I did say that, you know, I'm not really interested in that Wonder Woman per se. It's unique, you know. After seeing the release pics of it, I think in my opinion it's a bit unique, and I don't know. It's got my attention. So who knows?
No, it does look very cool, man. It does look very cool, but I have a lot of concerns with it myself. Yeah. You know, I don't know if it's the gold's gonna chip. I don't know if I'm gonna break those wings.
Right, exactly.
There's just a lot to factor in there. You know what I mean? I appreciate the engineering involved in it. It is very large, especially with those wingspans outward. But again, I don't really have any DC, so it kind of helps my decision.
You're not looking to start. Yeah, you're not looking to start either.
I mean, I am at some point, but I don't know yet. There's so much stuff I'm trying to sort out and like pick up, and like, for example, primetime reviews. Wonder about the Boba 2 fat pack, if I'm getting it from Hong Kong or waiting. Me personally, I want to get it ASAP. I'm broke right now. It really sucks. I want to get it like right now, but
yeah, I have it on order from an LCS from a comic shop. So we'll whenever they get their stock is whenever I'll get it. So hopefully they start shipping soon from Sideshow. I think they're doing an was it unsealed and reviewed or whatever they call it, unsealed and revealed on that particular set like sometime next week. So maybe they'll start shipping soon.
Maybe, yeah. Young Obi says he's from the UK. Figures normally ship about 2 months after all the reviews come up on YouTube.
Yeah, sounds about
right.
It's
quite a ways. You know, when you look at it, right? Because we'll get reviews up, and then sometimes 3 months. You know, before they ship, it's. I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately,
Anthony, let me ask you: is there anything that's come out since you started collecting where you feel like as soon as you saw the release pics that you had to have it now?
Boba Fett 2-pack.
Boba Fett 2-pack. That's the only one.
Yeah, no. Well, listen, because you know I do reviews too on the channel. So on some figures, I would just obviously just get day one, right? Just to so I could do the reviews. But I would say Venom though. Venom just kind of came out of left field though to me because he wasn't supposed to be out yet. I wasn't expecting Venom for another 6-8 months to tell you the truth, right? And then boom, there he was. I was like, whoa. And then I got to see him.
Came out pretty quick.
and was just like, I was blown away in that respect. So I had to get him.
Mm-hmm.
I had to get him. Got him right away. I'm glad I did.
Yeah.
No regrets.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've always been the type of collector that can really wait. I mean, I understand everybody is excited about, you know, whatever set, whatever figure is coming out and they want it now, but I personally can wait because I've always had so much on order that there's always something coming, you know, so it's like, I'm okay with waiting.
Andy wants to know, do you guys have the Hot Toys Empire Strikes Back Snow Trooper? I do not. I do not. Mario does.
I do have that.
I know you do, because I was like, you can go ahead and just bubble wrap that for me and ship it my way.
Sure. Yeah, come up with 900 friends and family, bro, and we'll talk.
I know, and it's like, no way. So
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's just not gonna happen. It's not. I'm not dropping that much on a trooper.
Somebody might. Just put it out there.
I know.
Nah,
I know. Somebody might.
Yeah,
but it's so much. And that was from the Star Wars Battlefront too, right?
Yeah, they also did a 2-pack from the game, which I do also want to pick up, you know, but that set is also going for stupid money right now as well. So yeah, at the time when that was out, I was just more exclusively original trilogy focused, so that's why I skipped out on that 2-pack. Even though you can pull it off for an Empire set, it technically belonged to the video game line, so I was like, I can pass on that for now.
Yeah, and that was foolish because that video game line is still very much Star Wars. You know, we had, I mean, it was really cool how you got the jump troopers, right? The shock troopers, like you said, the
Anthony, we all make mistakes.
I know. I'm with you, bro. I mean, there's plenty of things that I've, regret.
Yeah.
I figured out what's going on with my lights, by the way.
So what happened? I'm ready to have a seizure anytime, man.
So my remote for my turntable is reflecting off the camera lens and bouncing back and affecting my lights over there.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? So
look at you figuring this shit out, man.
Well, hey, that's what we do here, right? We troubleshoot.
You also, not only do you get 6 scale views or reviews, but you've also learned a little bit about tech. Look at this.
There you
go.
You gotta
love it, man.
You gotta love it.
6 scale mafia. You get a little bit of everything.
A little bit. That's right. A little bit of everything. Watched MRC's review on Boba and it looks great. Yeah, absolutely looking fantastic.
Yeah, I saw some in-hand photos in some of the groups yesterday, man, and that set looks phenomenal. The head sculpt is freaking fire, dude. They absolutely nailed it.
Nailed it. Tomboy AJ says we all need stupid money. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Look, that's the thing. If we all had money, I think we would have everything, right? Now it would really be down to a level of, do I actually like Marvel? Do I actually like DC? Right? Because if money was no object, we would have every figure we wanted. Sure. Do you think with the 2-packs, they will do a Boba just in the Tusken black outfit? Superman just in the black outfit as well as single releases? I don't think so. Like as a single.
No. I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't either myself. I'm only because, I mean, that's why they make the 2-packs. Right. So if they go ahead and do that later, they're going to just piss off a lot of people. I
mean, they didn't do the Vader from the Tarkin Vader 2-pack, and that's, like, in my opinion, the best Vader that's out there in 6 scale.
It is.
So
it is. That's the one I have, because a lot of people didn't know that, but the New Hope Vader on its own is not as good as the New Hope Vader that comes with Tarkin.
Right. There was a lot of little things
different.
that they've tweaked up and touched up, and it's fantastic. I love that figure.
I absolutely love mine as well, and it just has that classic New Hope look. There are subtle differences with these Vaders. I'd love for some Jedi Fallen Order figures, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, oh I need a Cal Kestis. I'd love a second sister. I mean, talk about a missed opportunity. You guys are making a PS4 Spider-Man line, right? You've done the
exactly.
Arkham line with Batman.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have a Marvel video game line. We have a fucking DC video game line. Fallen Order. There's your Star Wars. I mean, technically they did Battlefront.
And I wouldn't imagine it's a licensing issue either, man. I mean, they've got. I would think that it falls into all types of categories. You know, their Star Wars license, but I mean, they did some VGM Star Wars figures already. So, what the hell? Cal Kestis, man, with the little droid, that'd be a 6 set.
How cool would that be?
Absolutely, man.
I'm gonna see if my camera can rotate here. I might have bumped it when I moved some things around.
Whoa!
So, yeah, a little bit of booty shot. Got that nice metal booty. But basically, I just kind of put them both in the same pose, just to kind of give you a comparison. And that you can pose him. He's not too insane to pose, but yeah. So I just got them both drawn the blasters, basically exactly the same pose, but it's pretty cool looking. I'm trying to think of like what you can do with him on his own. He's still a phenomenal figure, but I think this is the way to go personally. I think Imperial Disguised Jin needs to be paired with K-2SO.
They go.
It's just they go hand in hand.
Yeah, considering that we don't have Cassian yet, this is
or like Baze. If we had a Baze with Chirrut, I think that's where I'm looking. Like these two just go so well together. They have such a shelf presence.
Yeah, Jason mentions, dear Howard Chan, can we get the Baze Malbus to complete the Rogue One line? Dude,
I wish.
please, man. I mean, not just Baze, but we also need Cassian Andor, and there are some that might want Brody Rook too. I feel like we need that whole set.
Saw Gerrera.
Saw Gerrera. Oh my gosh, that would be a sick piece too. There's so much detail in
so much cool shit. Yes, dude.
Yeah, there's so much going on. That would translate so well in a Hot Toys figure.
Yeah. Tomboy AJ, I love that little droid in Jedi Fallen Order. I just want him. Yes. That would be great. Oh no, not that shot. Loco Lou. Oh my god, I thought Mafia was gonna flash us. I was my eyes blinded.
Like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Lou.
Yeah. Yeah, BD1. BD1's best droid. BD1 was cool. I love that game. That game was very cool. And I think they're getting ready for E3 to announce Fallen Order 2, is what I've been hearing. So, yeah, here's hoping to that, because I love that game. Cuervo, do you guys? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Cuervo's asking if we think we'll get a Cassian for the new show. I hope so. I really hope so.
I can't imagine us not.
Yeah, I completely agree. In some form or the other. I mean, I would love to see if they would do like a Rogue One interpretation, but the chances are that, compared with the show, I don't see that happening, but I would love it. I'd be a fan of it, to be honest.
Dude, well, look, I mean, just kind of look at what we're already looking at here. I mean, there's every Star Wars show or movie has had a Hot Toys line.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And most of the figures coming out of there have been helmeted. So that's another thing that sucks. Look at all the everything that came out of the Mandalorian. The only head sculpt ones that we got were just off the top of my head. I'm only thinking Gideon.
Well, we're gonna have Bo-Katan.
Bo-Katan is another one. Ahsoka is another one.
Fennec. She's technically branded Book of Boba Fett now, but
true.
But either way, I get your point though. But that still stands though. I mean, like we got through the Rise of Skywalker, then we started getting Mandalorian stuff. Now we're getting Book of Boba Fett stuff. If Andor's coming out, I mean, why would we not?
Yeah,
absolutely. Now the interesting thing is he going to have a different kind of outfit? Will it work in our favor to where we can place him in a Rogue One line?
Right. That's the question of the day. I don't think that. I think the outfit will be different, but considering it's Cassian, we might be able to fit him in there somehow. I'm sure.
No, I really hope so. And actually, with 25 people in here, excuse me, Why don't you let us know? Actually, you know what? I would create a poll. Maybe I'll create a poll. Maybe I'll create a poll here.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and create a poll. Can I? No, I can't because it's only a yes or no. No, because what I want to know.
6 scale is saying Hot Toys C3PO win.
When they're ready.
Exactly.
I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know when that's going to be, but I think it'll be glorious when that day comes. No, I don't know what all I have like out of my. So we have, okay, let me put it this way, just to line up. So for next week, we have Churrit, we have Krennic, and we have regular Jinner, so not Imperial Disguise. Out of those three, what do you guys want to see for next week? Let us know, and whoever has the most on that, we'll do that one for next Saturday. Whether it's be Krennic, Churrit, or regular Jin.
How much time you want to give them? Like about 3 minutes, 5 minutes?
Yeah. Take your guys' time. Put it in the chat what you guys want to see. We'll tally it up, and that's what will be next week's episode for that.
Okay.
Young Obi's wondering, I hope they do a big line for Book of Boba. So many diverse characters.
Yeah.
I'm with you. 100%.
I don't know. Can we kind of, I don't want to discuss spoilers, but can we talk about a couple figures that we might want to see from the latest episode?
Yeah, absolutely. Before I do, Local Lou says, so guys, I got my Venom preparing to ship, and it seems like Sideshow will take 10 days to ship me, and looks like I'm going to have him in 2 to 3 weeks. Oh, that is, maybe because of the weather. I don't.
Yeah, Lou, what's typical out there? I mean, coming from coast to coast, that seems insanely long.
Yeah, looking forward to a pose out so I can whoop that ass.
Ooh.
Yeah, bring the heat, bro. Bring the heat. Oh, we're getting a lot of Krennics. But we'll let you guys keep voting here. Just go ahead and let us know, and we'll kind of tally up, see who's the most popular. Again, we're gonna do them all, but just throwing it out there. Maybe we'll do whatever for next week for that.
So Anthony, let me ask you then, from the last episode that we saw from the Book of Boba, what characters would you want to see Hot Toys release from that previous episode?
Oh, without a doubt, it's Black Chrysanthum.
There you go. Number one.
Like number one.
Mm-hmm. Hands down.
Dude.
I also want to see the Tusken Warrior, the one I trained.
Number two.
That's
number two.
Easily. I love those Tusken designs, man. It's a different tribe. They all look different. I would love to see the leader of that clan as well, done in figure form. They will look phenomenal. But yeah, Black Chrysanthemum is that's definitely the top one. Definitely the top one.
Dude, I mean, unless we can get a Boba in his pajamas with a speeder bike, because that's already becoming a meme.
Riding in like a bantha.
Yeah,
I love that. That was amazing.
I love it. I love it, dude. I'm 100% in it. About Future says I need 2 Gamorrean guards. Yeah, yes. I think that's overdue, and we're seeing a lot more of them now. We saw them in a few times throughout Mando. Now we're seeing them more prominently in Boba. So yeah, give us our damn Gamorrean guards. They'll pair with Return of the Jedi. OT. You pair them with anything.
Yeah, the collector number 1 says bring on the Wookiee. I'd safe to say that we can both agree with that.
100%. 100%. We need the Chief and the Queen Tusken Raiders 100% as well. From the collector, yes.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, About Future. That's what we're talking about right here. That's his name. The black, super tall Wookiee. Man, yeah. And because here's the thing, like Chewbacca's already dope, and if they're not gonna do another Chewie anytime soon, they can make him super easy. And
Cothry saying the deluxe Jin. We've got 3 for Krennic and Vader.
We got a lot more for Krennic.
Deluxe Jin's another one. Churrit, Krennic and Vader. Deluxe Gin and Krennic. No, single songwriter. You're only getting one, bro. So which one? Narrow it down. I would love to do both. We'll do both at some point. We'll do either one at some point. But
yeah, I mean, we're gonna definitely do them all. That's a tough one, man. I don't know. Krennic's getting a lot of a lot of votes.
Yeah. he says I tried.
Hell yeah. Local Lou, we need a 1/6 scale figure of me breakdancing on all your shows.
Hey, I'm down, man. Make it happen, bro.
Hit up Howard Chan, bro.
Yeah.
Be like, you need to make me breakdancing.
Hell yeah, dude. I'd be down for that.
Yeah. Andre says, I noticed the Gamorrean guards have different armor pieces between them, so I can see Hot Toys releasing them as a 2-pack, possibly. I think, honestly, the Gamorrean guards need to be a 2-pack.
I would love to see that.
I don't think it makes sense as a single, right?
Either way, to be honest, I think it would do well as a dual pack, considering if you just release one of the variants as a single pack, and the only way you can get this other variant is in the 2-pack. So that's pretty much been their strategy when it comes to stuff like this. But yeah, I agree. I would love to see a 2-pack on that. We're coming up on almost 5 minutes for this, for what everybody wants to see. So
yeah, I think Cuervo, that's his vote for Krennic right there. We stayed here amongst my achievements. Oh, absolutely.
Yours.
Exactly.
God,
I love it. Young Obi again is wondering, are we doing this show same time every week or yes?
Yep.
Same time.
Yes, we are.
So for us in the US, it's going to be every Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So you guys will just have to figure out your time zone convergence there. And but yeah, every Saturday we're rolling this.
Right.
For Hot Toys, would make more sense to make one guard and include more accessories. It depends. I personally think the Gamorrean guard should be a 2-pack because it's unique, and if it's branded Book of Boba Fett, it's those 2 specific Gamorrean guards. You know what I mean? And they could have multiple accessories that can differentiate between the 2 figures. You can mix and match them. And honestly, dude, 2-packs are fun. They're fun, and they bring this certain gravitas to the collecting world because you only have X amount of 2-packs. So usually when they do them, they're unique in that respect, and I think it'd be great personally.
Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't mind a deluxe though. That's a good idea too.
Yeah, no, a deluxe would be neat as well.
Yeah,
100%. Hot Rod, real quick, do you guys own the Lando 40th? Are you surprised it's sitting? We do. Yep. Lando's right here behind this giant K-2SO, but Lando's in the back with the OT. I know, Mario, you have them too as well, don't you?
Yeah, I do have them. Going back to the second part of that question, are you surprised that it's sitting? I am not. Because to be honest, the original trilogy, especially Empire right now, is not the hot commodity. Although Star Wars as a whole is hot right now, but a lot of the focus is on the Mandalorian, the Book of Boba, and that's where the hot commodity is at. Don't get me wrong; it's gonna sell out. I don't think. I personally don't think they made that much of them. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's sold out probably within at least the next 3 months or so. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, if you're thinking about it, I would definitely consider picking it up sooner than later. So yeah, especially if you're intense about it.
You're right. I mean, Star Wars is hot, but here's the thing: it's like you said, it's Empire. Original trilogy is great, but I think a lot of the generational differences are people are really, really excited. Some of the people that are a little bit younger than us are more excited for the prequels and the Clone Wars, right? They're like, people are losing their minds over Rex. People are losing their minds over Ahsoka.
With good reason, man. I mean, they're phenomenal pieces.
Granted, but I understand what you're saying. Coming from that, OT is not as hot overall, but for people who grew up with the originals, that's like our prequels to the other you know what I'm saying? So we're like, nope, it's original trilogy. It's going on the shelf, like no matter what. Exactly. And Mario's right. It will sell out and it will become a grail. It will, just like all the OTs are. All the OTs are at least $500 at this point.
Jeez,
go look them up. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, they're absolutely insane. Single songwriter Krennic got one of the best head sculpts.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
It is a phenomenal figure, and I think we might be doing him next week. I don't know. Anybody who's just tuning in right now, we got 31 people watching. Next week, are we doing Krennic? Are we doing Chirrut? Or are we doing Jin? Let us know in the comments, and that is the figure of next week's episode.
It sounds like everyone has spoken so far.
Yeah, I think
we can definitely check back in one last time before we actually jump off. But yeah,
Kinky Sphincter, what's up, guys? Just paid off my Boba 2-pack. Couldn't wait any longer on payments. Can't wait to get him in.
Sweet.
Congrats. Mario, look, you don't even know. You don't even know how frustrated I am right now because I don't have any money. It all got tied up and, bills and whatnot.
Yes, no, I do know. I can relate, bro. I definitely can relate.
But no, what I mean by that is my excitement for this damn Boba 2-pack. I need it here within 7 days.
Within 7 days, you say?
Yes. Because I will be on your channel's show next week for Posing Wars. Right? For your Pose Wars, and I want that Boba 2-pack for my rounds.
Well, you know what? There's easy ways to make that happen, man. I mean, look behind you. You have money.
There's nothing back there. Bro. There's no money back there.
You have plenty of money sitting on the shelves behind you to make this happen, man. Yeah. Keep that in mind.
Not Star Wars, buddy. Nice try.
I'm just saying, bro.
I know. I do have some MCU figures that I'm trying to offload right now, so we'll see how that goes. But that is a figure, man. That 2-pack is blowing me. It's blowing me away. I don't know if it's nostalgia. I don't know. It's probably a mix of everything. It's our first time seeing him after Return of the Jedi. For us, that's been a long time. Right?
Andre says a Krennic and Godfather pose off. No. That is not happening.
I feel you, Anthony. I'm moving and I can't buy anything. Yeah, right now it sucks. Krennic and RoboCop.
Yeah.
So much more possibilities with Chirrut. People voting for an old man who looks out a ship window. I'm excited. Posing is watching paint dry. People are not always right. You know what? You're right. You're kind of right on that respect because Chirrut is like super posable. I mean, I did some wild wushu poses with him. He is so posable, but we'll get to him. We will definitely get to him.
That's gonna be a fun one.
Local Lou.
Oh wow, I feel attacked. No. Yeah, Lou. Unfortunately, man, we have every slot booked up, man. So we have 2 rosters going, and we had a lot of people that wanted to join. And yeah, bro,
Lou has to be one of them at some point. If something ever,
maybe
if something opens, bro.
Maybe for season 2 or something like that, or something happens during mid-season, we can possibly look at, another roster. But shit, if we can find more people, man, to do it again or more frequently, that would be fun.
I think so.
It's
I mean, you were going to do monthly and then you guys went to bi-weekly. I mean, it could be weekly. Who knows? It just depends on the reception and, scheduling. But Lou is a poser, like the good kind of poser. He loves, that's all he does. That's all he does is poses his figure. He loves it. So he definitely, that would be so awesome. So hopefully, single songwriter Krennic sitting on the Boba throne. That'd be pretty funny.
Hey,
Mr. JB. Sorry, go ahead, Mario.
We both have the Emperor throne, right? Maybe we can throw that in as a little.
You know what? I don't have my throne right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened, bro?
Well.
Long story.
So long story. Well, let me summarize it. I used these batteries and my chair shorted out. So I sent it to a friend of mine across the country to try to fix it. He couldn't fix it without damaging the chair because there's no real way to open that thing. And so he's going to send it back to me. He just hasn't gotten around to it yet. So my chair is kind of like in limbo right now, but that is a good idea. Mr. JB, I never get invited for anything. Hit us up sometime, man. I didn't know you really did anything. If there's something, we do our streams, what's not, let us know. Let us know. Local Lou, it's cool. I know people don't want the smoke. Yeah.
Come over here and coming like that, man. Come on now.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Wicket for next week. No, Wicket's, well, we're going to go through Rogue One first. And then we could. What are we going to do with Wicket? we could have some fun with that though. We can do some fun. Again, Soul Nightmare, due supply shortages, I've been working as much and I had to cancel a bunch of orders. Now focusing on the couple that I really want.
Yeah, it sucks when shit like that happens, man. But do what you got to do. Just to recourse or what have you.
Ooh, if you sold all your collection, but you found a mint sealed box in the attic 20 years from now, what would you hope it would be for pure value purposes? I think it's an interesting question, but I don't think I could answer that because 20 years is a long time and Hot Toys has been reissuing things. And you know what I mean? So what would happen in 20 years if that particular figure's already had a couple reissues? Does it hold value? I don't know. That's a tough one.
Not just that, but sitting in the box for that long, especially sitting in an attic. It might be dusted by the time you open it up. So, no, thank you. I wouldn't want to try to keep anything in sealed box for that long.
Yeah. Ninja Squirrel, have a good weekend, Mario and Anthony. Catch you again.
Hey,
great weekend as well, bud. Yep. Thank you for swinging in. That's a tough one because dude, the figure degradation might you may open that box and there'll be nothing in there.
Absolutely.
You never know.
But a big pile of dust.
Yeah.
And
you guys never know. But I mean, you know what?
Yeah.
Overall thoughts though. Let's break into that real quick. What are your overall thoughts of K-2SO?
I love the character design. I think Alan Tudyk did an amazing job portraying him, and I think Hot Toys captured it, to the T. They did an amazing job with the subtle weathering that's on here. The die-cast legs were a nice surprise. The proportions are on point. And it displays great with with this Imperial Djinn. It's a phenomenal figure. I just don't like what it's going for these days, which is leading into some of the cons. I think a minor one would be the battery thing. I mean, that's pretty much standard for all these Hot Toys figures, that they just give you shit batteries. They don't tend to last long. But after revisiting this thing, it's a bit of a bummer that some of these joints in the arms, especially in the arms, the elbow joints, seem to have loosened up over time. And so that's something to definitely take note of. It sucks. The legs still hold up just fine. The ratcheted joints, it's great. Other than that, I really, really like it. I mean, like I said, with exception to the joints in the arms, it's great. The lack of accessories is another one, but at the same time, I don't know what else it could come with. Right? So they gave us a grenade and a pistol. It's I honestly don't know what else this figure could have come with. What about you, Anthony? What do you think about it?
I was just reading Local Lou's comment. All family in Vin Diesel's voice. Oh gosh. Well, try to gather my thoughts on that one. I love him. On several notes. You had brought up earlier in the show that he does kind of have that very similar Iron Man weathering, where you may think, oh, did I scratch this figure? But you did not. It's all very meticulously carved in. It's a little hard to see, but there's lots of different scratching and weathering all throughout this. Even though he's a dark figure, it does come out. You can see that silver under the silver finishing underneath. I like the fact that he is die cast, you know, on the joints and what have you. He's a very unique figure. Hot Toys does not do unique things very often like this. Like I said, most of the time the regular bodies that we all have, they're just, you know, the characters, but the figure's relatively the same. So, you know, it's like IG-11, you know, something unique. It's Imperial, so it has this. It's Imperial, and it's large. So he has this presence on the shelf. I love him. I agree with the sentiment with the joints. You got to be a little careful with this guy. But as you can see, mine's okay. I don't have any issues, but I don't pose the shit out of him either. I'll do subtle changes, especially the knees. The knees you really have to be a little careful with. If you keep ratcheting these over and over, they're gonna eventually kind of loosen up a little bit. So that's just something to consider. It is Rogue One, which is an amazing film. So, you know, with that, I mean, dude, he's dope. He's dope. Like, and he doesn't come with a lot, but he doesn't need a lot. And having him with Imperial Jin is amazing. So, yeah. I mean, if I had to rate this guy, I mean, and again, he came out in 2017, August, right? I keep saying September, but I think it was August, right? August or September. He came out, you know,
August 2017, yeah.
Yeah. So August 2017. And for the price, it was $240, right?
$230 actually.
$230.
$229.99 to make it even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that's not the case now, but I don't know. I would give him a solid 9 out of 10, to be honest, if I'm being real, because he's so unique. It's not just a regular body, you know. It's K-2SO, and he's tall, he's imposing. You can get some good poses with him. You just got to take your time and be careful with the joints.
Exactly.
That's it. Yeah. That is really the situation there. Danny Lee
agree with you.
is up in the house. What's up, everyone? What's up, Danny? How you doing, bud?
That's my dude, man. That's my bro.
That is your dude. Yeah. So he's freaking sweet, dude. I mean, it's different. I'm just looking at him. You know what? I'm gonna do it one more time for you guys, because I kind of switched it up a little bit. So maybe this camera, bear with it, has to activate this GoPro. Give you one more different angle here, as best as I can.
Kind of cross directions.
Yep. I did a little cross direction there. Again, you know, he's not a Spider-Man. You know, you're not going to be doing these wild poses with him, but you don't need to. You know, you don't need to. He's a droid.
I'm curious now.
Oh, you're gonna do something?
No, I'm not gonna do something, but I'm curious as to see whether or not I could pull off some sort of Spider-Man swinging pose. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh well, if you can have
imagine this big old freaking behemoth of a droid doing freaking swinging around like Spider-Man. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. No, that would be it would be insane. Nice angle, single songwriter. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I was trying to give you just a different perspective here. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Not really related to Star Wars, but I just paid off Marty McFly, my first Back to the Future figure.
Awesome, dude. Nice.
Yes.
Congrats, bro.
Congrats. I actually, shameless plug on the channel, I put my review of that Marty on the channel day one when he came out. I got him immediately. I was so excited to have him. The new one, the 2.0 of that release. So Anthony, it's unfortunate.
What do you think about, actually, since you do that, I actually have the V1 with me right now.
Oh, there we go.
Perhaps we could do some sort of 1.0 versus 2.0 kind of review.
Say no more.
You guys want to see that? Chat let us know if that's something you guys want to see. 1.0 exclusive with the guitar versus the 2.0 with that whatever monstrosity of a dog it comes with, if you want to call it that. Yeah.
No, if you guys want to see that, we'll go ahead and do that. We'll do the 1.0 versus 2.0 Marty McFly. We'll throw that in there as a, our bonus episodes, right? Because like I said, 2 weeks from today, we're gonna have Brother Cousins on the show, and we are gonna be doing a review of the 1966 Batman and Robin.
Oh yeah.
So that would be absolutely insane. What have I done to you guys? No, you gave us a good idea is what you did, bud. So if you guys want to see, see that, we'll do it.
Didn't make us spend any more money, which is great.
Yep.
So it's just something we already have.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're down to do it. Local Lou, I just received an oldie but a goodie. I got an X-Men Last Stand with extra helmet head, and it's sweet. Hell yeah.
Nice.
Those X-Men ones they're going for some prices right now. Test your abilities, see how good you are at Pose Wars, take K-2SO into battle with you. Your Pose Wars gun. Dude, you know what? It would be really cool to do, but I just want to be really careful with him. You know what I'm saying? He's not something I want to be super limber with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm afraid I'd mess him up. Eddie Mendez, what's up, guys?
Hey, brother,
cracking,
in and
Eddie?
out of collecting. My dude Eddie, what's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Thank you very much. Will there be a DeLorean announcement next month?
Nope.
I don't know.
Nope.
I don't work for Hot Toys, but I will
Don't
tell
get your
you.
hopes up. Not happening.
I will tell. Hey, maybe not next month, but possibly this year, because that DeLorean they showed off is not the DeLorean we have.
I was about to say that. Please specify which DeLorean are you talking about, because they did show a Back to the Future 3 version of that DeLorean. So
They did. And here's my thoughts. Final thoughts on that particular question. I think what they're going to do, I think they're going to release that DeLorean, and I think the hood is going to be swappable. And I think the tires will be rotatable. And I think they'll have a Mr. Fusion that can be removable as well. I think what they're going to try to do is just give us a DeLorean that has just because it doesn't need much. It doesn't need much. A couple swappable parts, and you have a DeLorean that can represent all three films.
True.
Because who's buying three? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
give us that. It's
there's going to be those
2022.
collectors out there that will actually buy all three different DeLoreans. But I mean,
Sure, but if you can do that for us,
mm-hmm.
because you're somehow having this resurgence of Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're getting these Doc and Martys, we're getting the disguised versions of Doc and Marty, and we're getting the Back to the Future 3 Doc and Martys. So we're getting 6 new figures. So give us that, right? Just go ahead and, anyway, I don't know. That's my thoughts. With that said,
there was
take it away. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
There was a question that Local Lou asked earlier regarding if you had to get rid of all your collectibles and only keep one figure in the collection, what would it be? Okay, he mentions all collectibles, including statues, because that's gonna be tough.
I would narrow it down. Let's just narrow it down to Hot Toys.
Okay, man, if I'm narrowing it down to Hot Toys, I mean, to be frank, I'd get rid of them all because I don't want to have one single one to remind me of what was once there. But just to play ball, just to play ball, I would probably say.
Oh, he's saying statues too,
God.
but
statues too. All right. Shit, that's gonna be tough because
that's a tough one.
I got a couple bangers coming in too, man. With a 3rd scale Prime 1 Hush Batman, I'm looking forward to that. Damn, bro. I'm narrowing it down between the Godfather that I see right here and the Vader from the Tarkin 2-pack. Between those two, I would have to go Vader. It pains me to say that because I love The Godfather is like my number 2 film of all time. The first one. With Godfather 2 close behind it. And but I'm a Star Wars guy. I've always been a Star Wars guy since birth, man. For as long as I can remember, I've always been a Star Wars guy. So I think the one interpretation for me personally is have Vader in the collection. And I think I'd be good.
I would agree with that. I was thinking about it myself. I was like, you know what? It would have to be Vader or it would have to be Luke.
Which version of Luke, though?
My Return of the Jedi Luke, of course,
Okay.
because I've got a custom cape for. I got him, you know, and I just
right.
Yeah, that's a
Wilsey is
tough
asking which Vader. It's actually the one from the Tarkin 2-pack is what I'm talking about. A New Hope.
Yep.
From that particular 2-pack. To me, that's the best Vader they did in 1/6, hands down.
Even better than Rogue One.
Yep. That diaper codpiece, bro. I can't get past that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a phenomenal figure, but that diaper, dude. Don't like it.
Yeah, I never had the Rogue One Vader, so when we do that, I'm just gonna be commentating with you.
It's gonna happen. We'll make it happen. I don't have it yet either, but that's not to say by the time we're done with the Rogue One line, there might, you know, it's possible could have found a deal, possible to have picked it up, and it might be possible to do some sort of review on it. So we'll see.
This is true. We'll definitely get it, or we'll know somebody. We'll figure that out when that time comes. So yeah, I guess so. Next week, I mean, what did we decide on then? I mean, or what did the community decide on? Was it Krennic? Did that have the most?
The
polls?
Consensus appeared to be Krennic. That's what it looks like.
Then Krennic it shall be next Saturday. So
perfect.
I think that's a wrap though for us. What do you think? You think we're good? We're at our 90-minute mark. I think we've gone over. Is there anything else that we forgot to bring up here?
I think we're good, man.
I think we're good as well. What do you got coming up on your guys' channel?
Collecting weeklies. We've got Monday night, we have our live unboxings. That happens around 7 p.m. Pacific time. And I don't know if we've actually discussed or disclosed what we're actually going to unbox yet on Monday night, so stay tuned. Tuesday night, we have our Collecting Weekly flagship show. That's always fun, just hanging out with the guys. Zach, Dean, myself, Jonathan, and Eddie, we all get together and just talk about the news from the week. Wednesday nights, we have After Dark. There's no agenda. We just goof, gaff, laugh, rip on each other. You know, just talk whatever. It's a fun time. And next Saturday, I believe on the 15th, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, we're looking at Polls Wars and with the next roster coming up, which includes you, Lael, Iron Logan, Danny Lee is on there. We've got I believe Dean might be doing some sort of exhibition. I don't know yet, but yeah, we're gonna have some phenomenal posers on the second one, man. And
that's gonna be a tough one, bro.
That's gonna be fun, dude. I am so looking forward to that next episode. But yeah,
everybody's you gotta tune in on that one.
If anyone is interested as well, I'll be joining John, Iron Logan, in a couple hours. We're gonna be talking about this Justice League Superman, doing a posed up session. So we're gonna be hanging out.
That's today.
That's today, in approximately 2.5 hours. So I'll be hanging out over there on Iron Logan's channel, just chatting whatever, and doing some Superman poses from the Justice League. So check it out.
I'll definitely be tuning in on that one. That's Iron Logan. If you guys aren't familiar with him, check him out. He does a lot of great one-on-ones. Gotta get to know you of the community, where we go ahead and discuss and talk about figures and kind of pose and just talk and get to know. So if you haven't checked him out, check him out. He's definitely one of the brothers in the community. Single Songwriter says heavy hitters of posing, World Series of posing.
We talked about too. I don't know if I'm going to talk about this, but I'm going to go ahead and take the risk of getting in trouble anyway. The idea was floated out there to somewhat of an exhibition all-star kind of posing session. So I think what we'll do, the details are still being filtered out. I don't know.
Well, here's what you do.
But I like.
Here's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
You get the winners. Okay. So when the season's over, you get the winners of every episode, and you pull them together for that all-star episode.
That's possible. I was thinking kind of more like, I was thinking kind of more like on the NBA where they do like mid-season.
Yeah, or mid-season, but you see what I'm saying? The people who come in first.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea too.
You bring them in, because if you didn't make the cut, fellas. There's no participation trophy. So you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Then it's the heat. Then it's the heat. Riley
Oh,
Ramirez, what's
man.
up, bros? Hey, we were
What's going on,
just
Riley?
wrapping up, Riley, but I'm glad you can join us. He is wondering though, are you getting the Boba 2 pack?
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's as soon as that thing ships, I'm getting it from a comic shop. So as soon as they receive their stock, best believe we'll be doing that. We'll be working on that.
It's an East Coast, West Coast
thing. Oh, really? Young Noble, don't take it there, bro.
no, let's do local Lou. We do like a karate tournament.
Ooh.
Ready to roll, man. Ready to roll. So let me real quick, man. I know we got a lot of people up in here, so I appreciate everybody coming in today. Local Lou, Noble Young, Riley, Eddie, About Future. I mean, it's hard to kind of scroll through everybody here, but I'm trying. Bear with me. We got Andre was in here, Jason, JC, Will C, single songwriter. Trying to come through everything here, guys. Young Obi up in here.
Danny Lee.
Dip Danny Lee, Tukathri, Mr. JB, Soul Nightmare, Ninja Squirrel 30, everybody who tuned in. I definitely we appreciate you guys, and yeah, I mean, if you guys like this, man, so far episode 2 under our belts. So I think, like I said, next week we're gonna go ahead and do Director Krennic. And then we'll do a little mid break on the following Saturday where Brother Cousins will be here with us and we'll be doing the 66 Batman and Robin. And we'll, continue with the regularly scheduled, Rogue One after that. So as far as what's going on my channel here as well, guys, I just dropped my Star Wars collection tour. So if you guys haven't already checked that out, let me know what you think about that. And our streams will be Monday, right at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and this Monday, that's an Avenger level event. We got a big we have a big lineup on Monday. So if you guys are into that, we're gonna talk shop and just have a great time on that one as well. When you pre-order on Sideshow, sometimes there's no option for double boxing. Do they give you the ability to add later when it's ready to ship?
Yeah, they do.
I
Keep
think
an eye
so.
on that. As the figure gets closer to release, they'll update it so you can double box it.
Yeah, because I don't think it's ready yet on that pre-order level. So yeah, I appreciate that. Good show, guys. Looking forward to next week. Thank you very much. As well as Andre, you two have great chemistry. Eh?
Thanks, Andre.
Thank you very much. We do what we can, and it is so fun. So yeah, I guess with that, guys, I think that's a wrap. I think that's another one. That's another one in the books. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, fellas. Well then, till next week for at least our review. We'll see you then. If not, come check us out over on Collecting Weekly on with Mario stuff, and again our streams on this channel on Monday. And we'll just see you guys on the flip side.
Take care, y'all.
Take care.